Up next, you're going to have my favorite interview of the year. The guys from Keys to the VIP came down to London, and I had the pleasure of hosting them for 5 minutes to interview them. It was great.
What do you like about it?
Oh, I don't know. They taught me a lot of great things, really boosted my confidence. They taught me how to shake hands with a lady. And, yeah, I'm a different person today because of it, I think.
Yep.
Don't you think so?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So check out the story. So, you guys, your show's big right now. How did you, tell me how it all started.
Go ahead, Alan, if you want to take the lead on that.
I was living in Guelph, going to Guelph University with Sheldon and Peaches, and I was stealing girls on them all the time. And I said, you know what, someone's got to get this on film. And we got together. That's how we met Chris, and 4 or 5 of us, and another guy, Justin. We created a pilot, and Keys VIP was born. So I think that's actually one of the things that kind of makes the show so compelling, is that it's born from a friendship, and it's born from honesty. And I think that's one of the compelling aspects of the show. It's one of the few reality shows that you'll watch that's honest. Like, there's no scripting. We're not scripted on the panel. We're just coming off the cuff. So,
and it's a great time for the show to come out. You know what I mean? The seduction community is getting some ups these days. With the game and all this stuff. So, how do you guys make it keep things fresh? You know what I mean?
Well, we've given some support to the whole seduction community in the sense that we've had some, real PUAs come on the show and demonstrate what they've got. But for the most part, the show, is out there to demonstrate natural game for the most part. We got guys, that are sort of born with it, or born with the charisma, or have learned to just develop it through, growing up and the experiences they've had. And it's a showcase of a more so natural game. But we have, given the forum to the PUAs and let them do their stuff too, which is come out with some pretty compelling stuff.
You guys obviously have your stuff in gear, so I mean, how do I get to your level? How's a guy like me get on the panel?
I've always likened seduction to boxing. And in particular with us on the panel, they have that old saying, styles make fights. Everybody's got a different style, but there's always one key element to every great boxer or fighter, and that's confidence. And I think once you can hit that level where you're not looking to other people to validate you, you're supremely confident in who you are as a human being, and that's when you're going to start becoming panel worthy.
Spontaneity is a big deal too. I mean, I watched the last episode, a guy came out with a sandwich, and it's just like, you're going in handicap, but I mean, he made it work somehow with the onion breath and all, right?
Some of the best guys that have come out, they're almost able to think one step ahead, maybe 2-3 steps ahead, and so they've always got something to say, and they're so quick on their feet. And a word of advice that I always say to guys, and this has to be a great tool for anybody, is improvisation.
You gotta be quick on your feet.
You have to be so quick on your feet. And if guys are a little slow with that and they feel like they could really improve on that game and talking the talk, go take an improv class. It's not just for actors. It's for people to become just better at thinking on their feet and being spontaneous.
What do you guys have planned for season 3?
Season 3, it's airing already, and the guys that are coming out are doing fantastic things we haven't seen yet, like the sandwich, like you referred to. This season appears to be more theme-based. Like, we've got, little guy versus big guy. Mm-hmm. But the big guy, he's actually gentle, and the little guy's a little bit of a dick, you know what I mean? So you got that whole dichotomy that happens there. You got the sort of the high school nerd that always wanted, it's his turn now to shine, and he wanted to actually go up against the type of guy that bullied him in high school. So we sent that matchup out there.
Anyways, you guys, thanks a lot. Have fun in London. It was a pleasure meeting you. The Keys to the VIP airs on Comedy Network, right?
Thursday,
10 p.m.
10 o'clock.
Thursday nights, 10 o'clock. And you can also check it out on comedynetwork.ca, right?
All right, so next up we have my interview with sex expert Sue Johansson. It was also my first interview, which is kind of scary, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm assuming that Western learned a lot from it.
Did you?
Oh, yep, of course.
We sure did. So check out the interview.
And horny is a beautiful thing.
I'm Lauren, and I'm here with Sue Johansson from the show Sex with Sue. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Sex with Sue sounds like all 6,000 students at Western University are going to have sex with Sue. Guess what?
It's not
Ain't
that.
going to happen. Even though we've got a bed in the trailer. The trailer, if it's rocking, don't bother knocking.
Oh my gosh. So, first off, I want to know, what is the best part about your job?
Oh, I love it. I just love having an audience and being able to talk about something that for a lot of people is very embarrassing. And I'm not in the least bit embarrassed, so I can go anywhere at any time and talk about it. And watching their shoulders go down, because they're like this in the beginning, and they're thinking, oh my God, what's she gonna say next? And then in the end, it's kind of like, hey, Sue, how about,
And you've been awarded the Order of Canada. Did you ever think that this would lead you to that?
No, I certainly did not ever think it would lead to the Order of Canada. And it was an honor. I couldn't believe it when it happened.
I bet.
You get this envelope, private, confidential, and I thought, oh God, they're coming for me for taxes or something. And you open it up, and this is to go no further. This is private and confidential. You have been nominated for the Order of Canada. Excuse me? And I can't tell anybody? And you can't.
Wow.
Until they go public, which is about 6 weeks. You can't tell anybody.
You must have been so excited.
Zip it up is not my strong point.
Oh.
It is scary. There is so much you need to know. And we didn't do a good job of giving you good sex education. So my job this evening is to fill in some of the gaps in your sex education in school. Some of the controversial issues that they would not talk about in school. And they avoided anything that was pleasurable, enjoyable, or fun.
And the last thing I wanted to ask is, what's advice you would give to university students concerning sex? Any sort of tips?
For me, the advice is always the same. Know what you're doing. Think ahead. Plan ahead. And never let sex just happen. And that sounds so trite and